weeks. We'll sit down. We'll have a discussion. I'm not going to go in and look at this and say I'm going to criticize right off the bat. The thing I looked at was, I looked at the big set pieces, and while they are cool, it's set pieces that I hope they don't go down the route of you're just getting from set piece to set piece. You're being led by the nose again.
I just feel like this franchise is chastised for the stuff that every other game does, and everyone thinks it is cool in those other games.
Well, don't you think that there's a good reason why people are a little skeptical right now?
Well, the big thing here is that this game sold
gazillions.
I mean, we're hearing from this very small group of people who, for whatever reason, have built up this anger towards the franchise, when the truth be told is, there's 2 million people playing the game right now on Xbox Live.
Let me throw this out to you. I have less anger towards Modern Warfare as a franchise. I am sick to the back teeth to Call of Duty as a franchise. I don't need Black Ops. I don't need World at War. If there was a 2-year gap between, Modern Warfare, every time there was nothing in the middle, I would feel a lot more happy and excited about it. But
what do you want? See, that's the thing. You always say you hate it, but you never say what you want. I mean, why are people all over Battlefield 3, for instance? Why do people think that's okay?
Well, I think it's also,
but Call of Duty's not. Why is that?
It's in our nature, and I think a lot of stuff is starting to catch up with Activision with regards to Bobby Kotick mouthing off. And we haven't mentioned him in a while.
Irrelevant. It's just a video game. Who cares about Bobby fucking Kotick?
Here's my view. People are skeptical about it because, number one, it's a new studio. A new series of studios that are doing this. Yeah. And people are kind of, I think they're rightfully alarmed that this might turn into the same kind of phenomenon that Marcus describes, where it's an iteration every year.
But the point that you're missing is it's not that same situation. They have 2 completely different teams making these games, and they're working on them for 2 years at a time. It's not like the Madden team who finishes the game, and it's the same 120 guys working on the next one. There's already somebody working on Treyarch's next Call of Duty, and they've been working on it for a year already. It's not just because it comes out every year doesn't mean that you can just say, oh, it's just like EA Sports games, or oh, it's just like, it's different.
And I don't know. My concern is that it's 2 different studios working on it, but it's very successful, and I think it's a victim. Like the success might be the consequence that Activision wants it to sell so many. Follow this formula, follow this pattern. And yes, if you like Call of Duty for that, you're getting that every single time. You probably shouldn't be as skeptical. But for me, after Modern Warfare 1 and Modern Warfare 2, I was like, all right, I want something a little bit different. Do something a little bit different, but I just feel like they're not going to do that. It's going to be the same game, which is not bad, but I just want them to try something a little different.
What shooter have you guys played in the last 3 years that encapsulates what you're talking about, or is better in your opinion than these games?
Everything's been shit since Half-Life 2.
Right, so are we? That's what I'm getting at.
No, all right, let me throw this out of you.
Is the shooter genre dead?
I don't think it's the shooter genre.
I don't feel like you can do anything more than they're doing with it.
My personal perspective, I am burned out on military shooters.
I think that's the problem. I think that is the big issue. But all the ire seems to be shot at this one game because it sells well. But truth be told, the genre